Sorry about that. What's that? Sorry about that. Where do I go? Yes, ma'am.
What's the name of the person you're seeking the order against?
It's Kate Peters, ma'am.
Is it Catherine?
I don't know her legal name. I don't know her.
Kate Peters?
Yes, Kate Peters.
Do you know how old she is?
About 35.
You don't know her date of birth?
I don't know her.
Okay. Yeah, that's not enough information.
Your Honor, I wasn't able to find anything for K, just the letter K, Peters in Attleboro that fits this description.
Oh, Attleboro, that's where the person lives?
Yes, and I made a police report the other day.
Do you have it with you?
At this, no, he didn't give me a report. He said to call him. His name was Detective Dallas,
Do we have any
D-A-L-I-S.
paperwork of any of this? Or is it, we're waiting for that?
Judge, I'm going to get it.
Okay.
Ma'am, I do have a thumb drive with all the information,
I
including
don't,
the.
I don't have the ability to look at that. What's on it?
It just shows that she's using a Discord account with multiple people to track me, and she says that I've tracked him down. She races over 2 cities to confront me.
Okay,
She's
just stop a minute. I don't know anything about this, so I'm just trying to, our court closes
Well-
at 4:30. You came in just before the end of the day, so everybody's running around to try to accommodate this, so just bear with us for a minute.
Thank you.
Sir, please raise your right hand. You solemnly swear that your testimony in this cause now and hearing is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
So help me God, yes.
Okay, so your name is Jose de Castro.
Yes, ma'am.
You're seeking this order against Ms. Peters, who lives on Avard Street in Attleboro.
Avery Street, I believe it says.
Avery?
I think so. I'm just looking at the, I don't know her, so I believe it's Avery Street, ma'am, yes.
Avery Street.
Yes, ma'am.
In Attleboro. And,
Catherine Peters is her legal name.
Kathleen?
Catherine, K-A-T-H-E-R-I-N-E, Peter.
How do you know this person at all?
I don't.
How do you even know?
She makes videos about me on YouTube. And
Videos about you on YouTube.
she literally stalked me down when I came to Boston and tried to.
Wait. Bear with me. Has Ms. Peters ever been physically violent to you?
Yes.
She's actually physically.
She
assaulted
physically
you.
came to where I was and bumped into me multiple times of the day trying to get me to assault her or something. And I went to the police instead.
Bumped into you physically?
Yeah, she followed me around.
And when was that?
That was been on Sunday, the 29th.
Sunday the 29th of May?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so May 29th, you say, where did she find you?
I was at the parade on Sunday, and she came to the parade.
Memorial Day parade?
Yes,
Okay.
She-
In where?
in Stoneham.
Memorial Day parade in Stoneham.
Yes, and she says on her video.
No, just stick with me.
Yes, ma'am.
She physically assaulted you on May
Yes.
29th? What
Yes.
happened? What did she do to you?
She followed me around, and every time I would stop, she would slam it in the back of me and say, "Oops, didn't mean to run into you. Oops, didn't mean to run into you."
So how many times would you say she did that?
A half a dozen. To the point where I had to turn around and physically say, "Stay off of me. Stop running into me."
Okay. And then what happened?
And then I went to the police
Right,
and said,
and then
"Please
what
protect me."
What
And-
happened?
And Detective Dallas at the Stoneham, DALIS at the
Yeah.
Stoneham Police Department
Yeah.
said that he reached out to her and told her to leave me alone. Or he said he called her on the phone, actually.
Yeah.
She says it on her video as she's making it. And then they say that they're tracking me like
No, just stay with me, sir.
Okay.
So you say this incident happens at a parade.
Yes,
You went to the police.
yes.
They say they spoke to Ms. Peters and told her to stay away from you.
They called her on the phone, yes.
Okay. And after that, did she ever physically assault you again?
No, I've never seen her again. I've only seen her
Alright.
once in life.
All right? Has she threatened to do any physical harm to you?
Then the next day, ma'am,
So this would be the 30th?
the 30th, yes.
Yep.
I'm doing my job as a journalist, and she mass called my phone 200 times.
No, just listen to the questions I'm asking you.
Yes,
She physically assaulted you once. That
Yes.
was on May 29th.
yes, it's the only time I've ever
Has she
seen her.
threatened to do physical harm to you?
Besides tracking me, no.
Stick with what I'm asking.
Yeah, not that I know of, not that I'm,
No threats to do physical harm.
right.
Okay. Has she damaged any of your property?
Yes, she's damaged my business.
No, I'm not talking about your business, I'm talking about property.
No.
Houses, cars.
No,
Okay, so no threats to do physical harm. All right, and no damage to your property.
ma'am, can I say something? She makes videos about me and encourages people to harass me, and they are in the hundreds.
I'm gonna ask you those questions in a minute. There's a legal standard I have to apply to the apply.
I understand,
There's a
ma'am.
very specific legal standard I have to find for that.
Yes, ma'am.
That's why I'm asking you these questions.
Yes, ma'am.
It actually will go easier if you just bear with me. So there was one incident when she went to a parade and followed you and bumped into you multiple times to the point where you had to tell her to stay away.
Physically push her off of me and say, "Get off of
That
me."
happened on May 29th.
Yes,
All right. Other than that, she's never threatened any physical harm to you. She's never damaged any of your property.
yes, ma'am, that's correct.
You indicate you're a journalist.
Yes.
What kind of work do you do?
I'm a constitutional scholar. I teach law, and what I do is I film. That's what I do for a living. I work on YouTube.
Okay.
And in the capacity of doing my job, she's been nothing but harassing me.
All right. So somehow she knows of your work.
Yeah, and all she does is make videos about me. That's it, her
And
whole
she
channel.
makes videos about you that say what?
She calls me a rapist. She calls me a sexual assaulter. She says I have domestic violence. She says I'm a drug dealer. She says I do methamphetamines. She's defaming me. I am suing her. I'm filing a lawsuit
You
after
have a
this.
lawsuit?
The lawsuit's pending now. I'm going to get the protective order, then I'm going to serve her with a lawsuit,
Well,
yes.
I have to find the legal standards for this kind of an order. This is different from a lawsuit. So
Okay.
she does what kinds of,
She stalks me through a Discord account and then will
I
show
don't know
up.
what that means.
So
Discord account?
it's like a website.
Okay.
Discord is called a website. And what they do is they track my location by when I make videos. And she openly says where I am on the internet for people to come and harass me. At the last Airbnb I was, someone sent them a direct message and said that I'm staying at their house. I actually reported it to Airbnb. I have the screenshots.
Okay. So your work, whatever it is, allows people to see where you are doing work?
Well, anywhere you make a video, if I'm in Ohio or in Texas, then they're stalking me.
But how does she do that?
Because she has a Discord account.
I don't know what that means.
So just consider it like a website where multiple people can communicate, like a Facebook page,
Okay.
and multiple people can communicate. And she says on here that she's stalking me like an endangered great white. And then she raced 2 cities over to have a confrontation with me. She says it herself. It's unbelievable what I'm doing.
Do you have some kind of a computer that you brought?
Yes, I have it right here. Do you want to see it?
Okay, go ahead, plug that in.
Absolutely, I do. This is an incredible amount of harassment.
What made you come to the court today, as if this happened on the 29th? Why today?
She's still stalking
No,
me.
but why today? What made you come here today? Something happened that caused you to come here today?
Yes, last night when I was trying to do, we do what's called live on YouTube. You go live.
Okay.
She mass called me 200 times, her and all the people on her Discord
Mass
account.
called you on the
Called my
phone.
phone 200 times. So I'm trying to do something on my phone. It rang 200 times.
Okay.
I
So
couldn't do
put
my job. Yeah, it's here if you want to see it. I mean, here's the transcripts of what she said.
No, just show me, you indicated that
Yes.
this flash drive shows her stalking you.
Yes, I'll show it to you. It's a 2-minute video, ma'am. She admits she's stalking me. I'm not going to do anything bad. I'm just for this so I can hear you. That's right. Just hold on.
I don't know.
There's another 2-minute video on there, ma'am.
Okay, find something else.
Thank you. So all you have to do is hit the space bar, and that will just play it. And the space bar plays, and the space bar stops. This is when I was trying to do my job now.
So I guess we'll have to, we will read them. I'm so sorry, guys. Sorry, guys.
What is it? I have no idea what it is.
What I'm doing is I'm trying to do my job, and she's given my phone number to hundreds of people, and they're mass calling my phone over and over, so I can't do what I do.
You're trying to interview this person? Is that what's happening?
I'm trying to interview this person on my other phone. I have 2 phones, and they have my other number, and I have to change my number now.
I actually have, I'm at, believe it or not, you know, the reason why I stayed in this particular Airbnb is because they said they had super fast Wi-Fi.
See my phone ringing every time? That's not friends of mine.
Wi-Fi in this Airbnb doesn't work. Sorry. So this is my example. This is my second example. My third one was the budget to report, and I used,
Who's this person you're talking to?
That's someone in Ohio. His name is Aaron Collins. We're talking about the motions he filed with the court, but they won't stop calling my phone.
He filed a report about what? Does that mean to do with this?
No, it has to. The phone ringing is what this has to do with, ma'am. But if you just take a look at the transcripts, just read the transcript.
No.
It's only 1 page.
All right, so what is overturn Terry? Does this have something to do with
Terry
this?
versus Ohio.
So is that what we make videos
I
about?
make videos about Terry versus Ohio that allows police to walk up to you and be suspicious of you, which goes against our 4th Amendment. I've been studying constitutional law for 20 years.
Okay,
And I'm
so,
being harassed by this person.
and is this Kate Peters' issue about substance of what you're reporting about?
Right, but it's gone way too far.
Okay, so I'm just trying to understand what this is. So you make videos and do communication things about trying to overturn Terry versus Ohio?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, and this Kate Peters person, I assume, opposes your effort to try to overturn Terry versus Ohio?
She has no interest in that. Her only interest is in harassing me. She never talks about that. She only makes videos about me, calling me a drug dealer, a rapist.
Does she have her own?
She has her own.
website?
She has her own channel on YouTube.
She has a YouTube channel.
Yes.
You have a YouTube channel?
Yes.
And she has a YouTube channel?
Yes, and I don't know her. I've never met her.
And so she makes comments about you and makes statements about you in her YouTube channel?
No, ma'am. She sends her entire army of people that follow her to harass me, to stalk me. She, if you just read the transcript, she says she's stalking
Where's
me.
the transcript?
I'll show it to you. It's only one page.
Okay.
And it's in her video, which is on the thumb drive. So all you have to do, just so you know, is when you hit the space bar, go here, and then I just go right here. If I hit the space bar right here, it'll open up. And this is what, and you can actually open this in a PDF. There it is. And those are all her words right there.
Okay, so you made this transcript of some communication from
That's a
her?
transcript that a video she made the night after she came down to try.
You made this transcript?
I made it. I swear under penalty of perjury that every word is true.
Okay, so this says "Back the Blue Boston."
That's the title of the video that I made that she infringed on. And then go down to where it just quotes what she says on her
Okay,
video.
so I understand, but you were making a video that says "Back the Blue Boston."
I made a video called Back to Blue Boston.
Okay, and then update Aaron Collins, what's that?
And then that's the other video that you just saw. Those are the two videos.
That's the person you were trying to interview?
Just now,
the
yes.
phone.
And then there's another video there titled, "So I'm sorry, Chille, I made you upset." You see it on the top there?
Mass Hole.
Matt, that's the name of her channel. It's called the Mass Hole Report.
Her YouTube channel.
It's
is
called
that.
the Mass Hole Report.
Okay, and what's this, Chille? I'm so sorry that I upset you.
That's the title of the video on her channel, and that's the title of her video. Yes, Chille, I'm so sorry I upset you.
Do you know what Chille means?
That's my name. My legal name is Jose Maria, but I've been called Chille since I was a boy. Because my father is Cello, my grandfather is Don Cello, my name is Chelito. So my friends call me Chille.
All right, so you've taken excerpts from her video.
Right,
And you've cited them. So there's Kate, there are 423 people already who love the drama.
right.
These are things she says.
These are the words she says.
To see him in person, what a bitch. He slides into Boston incognito, and of course I have people in my Discord tracking him like an endangered great white.
Tracking me.
He is a bitch. F that, I'll pull up on this guy.
I'll pull up on him. That's
I
it.
have never said this person's name or claims I was going to Boston to serve her any papers. Is that something she said?
That's something I said. I've never said her
That's you
name.
saying.
Yes, hers are in quotes, ma'am.
I don't know, so what you're saying, you never said Kate's name?
I've never said her name ever out
Or
loud.
claimed you were going to Boston to serve her? Did
Never.
she say you were coming to Boston?
Right,
to
she
serve
made
her?
a video saying I was coming to Boston to serve her a lawsuit. I am suing her, but I never came here to sue her.
And she says, I was auditing him.
Right,
You said, she said you were mentally ill?
Yes.
That he was my brother, and that
Yes.
would offend me too. He is a bitch. I want to interact with this guy.
right. It shows she's forcing interactions with me by stalking me through a Discord group.
Okay, and you have a record for harassment and stalking. You were charged with disorderly conduct, a series of things in the 90s in Ohio?
No, in the 90s in Ohio.
1993? Are
19,
you Jose Maria de Castro?
yes, 1993, yes.
With a date of birth of 9/11/74?
Yes,
Okay, so there's an entry, 1993.
in
Department of Public
1993,
Safety. Yes,
okay,
9/25, 1993.
yep,
Harassment, stalking, disorderly conduct.
I was 18 years old, ma'am.
Making, I'm just looking at the
Right.
material I've got.
I was 18.
So-
I'm 47 now.
Okay.
What's that? It was against you when you go to court to try to file a harassment for someone.
Going to Boston to serve her any papers. Is that something she said?
That's something I said. I've never said
Oh,
her
that's you
name.
saying.
Yes, hers are in quotes, ma'am.
I don't know, so what you're saying, you never said Kate's name?
I've never said her name ever out
Or
loud.
claimed you were going to Boston to serve her? Did
Never.
she say you were coming to Boston?
Right,
to
she
serve
made
her?
a video saying I was coming to Boston to serve her a lawsuit. I am suing her, but I never came here to sue her.
Then she says, I was auditing him.
Right,
You said, she said you were mentally ill?
Yes.
That he was my brother, and
Yes.
that would offend me too. He is a bitch. I want to interact with this guy.
right. It shows she's forcing interactions with me by stalking me through a Discord group.
Okay, and you have a record for harassment and stalking. You were charged with disorderly conduct, a series of things in the 90s in Ohio,
No, in the 90s in Ohio.
1993? Are
19,
you Jose Maria de Castro?
yes, 1993, yes.
With a date of birth of 9/11/74?
Yes,
Okay, so there's an entry, 1993.
in
Department of Public
1993?
Safety. Yes,
Okay,
9/25/1993.
yep.
Harassment, stalking, disorderly conduct,
I was 18 years old, ma'am.
making, I'm just looking at the
Right.
material I've got.
I was 18,
So-
I'm 47 now.
Okay.
It
And
was
then
30
there's-
years ago.
Okay, then there's another charge, I think,
My criminal record?
2000, I'm just looking at what's been presented to me as your
Right.
criminal. We run the criminal record on plaintiffs and defendants. We can't run it on the
Okay,
defendants. We
go
don't have
ahead.
enough information.
Thank you, I appreciate you listing it. Let's hear what else is on there.
2002, possession, sale of narcotics, manufactured controlled substances.
You mean charged with but not convicted?
It says drug court deferred, judgment term successful.
Right, so I was given a diversion program, but have no conviction of any kind of,
Again, I'm just looking at the.
right, but I just want to be clear, there's no conviction of any kind of drug record
It
on there.
shows drug court deferred, judgment term successful.
Right, so that means it's wiped off my record, but for some reason it's on there.
Well, anybody who gets arrested, that remains in the triple I.
Okay, but it's not a criminal record. I was charged with a crime and I beat the charge.
2016, there was a threat to commit a crime with intent to terrorize that was dismissed due to delay.
Right, it was dismissed because it wasn't true.
Well, I don't know, it just says dismissed
Right.
due to delay. And then in 2022, March 29th, trespassing, a misdemeanor out of,
Ironton, Ohio,
that's actually.
during a peaceful protest.
Okay,
Right. Charges are pending, but there's no conviction.
okay.
So on my criminal record right there, ma'am, that you have before you, is there any convictions of any crimes on there?
Well, I don't answer.
No, I'm just asking, ma'am.
I'm just telling you what I saw.
Right, but-
Lies are hard to read. I see that there have been 3 sets of arrests. That's what I can see.
Right.
One was a drug court deferred.
But is there any convictions is what I'm asking you?
From this record, I can't tell.
Right, there's
Triple
none.
I is hard to look at.
Right, there is none.
Okay.
So you can be arrested in America for anything, and then that goes against you when you go to court to try to file a harassment for someone harassing you.
It's important for the court to have as much information as we possibly can. If I
Right.
had more information about Kate Peters, I'd have any interaction she had with the criminal justice system.
Right.
We don't have enough information to look her up, so I can't do this.
So I just want to recap. 30 years ago, I was charged with harassment and it was dropped. 2016, I was charged, or 2002, I was charged with drugs and I beat the charges. And then in 2016, I was charged with harassment and the case was dropped. So there's no criminal record there.
Okay. So do you have any of the videos that Ms. Peters made about you?
Yes, they're on that
Why
hard
don't you
drive.
Find that here.
Here's the entire video, ma'am. It's quite long. I cut it down to snippets for you and I put it into words, but the transcripts will show where she says what she says. She openly admits that she stalked.
Okay, just find the video for me, sir.
Sure. If I made videos about a woman and stalked her, I'd go to jail. What a bitch. That's the name of her channel. You get away from me.
Sir, I want to listen to this.
No, I didn't. Hit the space bar if you'd
Sir,
like.
I'm just listening to this.
What's that? Sure. If I made videos about a woman and stalked her, I'd go to jail. What a bitch. That's the name of her channel. You get away from me.
Sir, I want to listen to this.
No, I didn't. Hit the space bar if you'd
Sir,
like.
I'm just listening to this.
That's not true. I'm not a public figure. She's making money.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you because I'm listening to this.
Just, there's nothing, she's making money.
Does she make any more statements about you?
Constantly.
Well, I'm at 8 minutes, and I
Yeah.
heard, does it continue on?
It continues on for an hour and 40 minutes, making fun of me, making fun of my body, tracking me. If I did this to a woman, I'd be in jail. It's incredible that we're even having this long discussion when you can read the transcripts. You don't need to listen, you can read the transcripts. I've sworn under oath.
Yes, so did you tell her that you were coming to Massachusetts?
No, I did not. I've never mentioned her name ever. I have videos, 500 of them. I've never mentioned this person. I never said I was coming here to serve her anything ever. She made it up so that people would pay attention to her.
And this is her YouTube, very good, okay. So you found her.
I did.
All right, North Attleboro,
Yes.
Catherine Peter. There's Peter,
Ma'am,
okay. So there's an assault and battery, family household member dismissed.
her children were taken away from her.
I can't tell any of that from what I'm looking at.
Mhm.
There are some dismissed charges.
So dismissed charges for her and my non-existent criminal record is a matter of record.
Sir, if you just bear with me, this is a Massachusetts record that I can read very easily because I know the format. Triple I records from other states are notoriously hard to read because they just list arrests. They sometimes show dispositions, but they often don't. I read to you what the dispositions are in your triple I. All I can see is arrests. That's how triple I's come across, depending on the state that makes the entries. Massachusetts record is something I see every day, so I'm more familiar with how it's coded. It's easier for me to read. That's all I was telling you.
Okay. And all I'm saying, ma'am, is if there was a record of me saying I'm tracking him through my Discord account like an endangered great white, there would be a restraining order put on me immediately.
Okay.
But yet you can listen to that and we still are continuing down the road when she just said she was stalking me. And then she went to the place. If you listen a few more minutes, she says she drove there white knuckled. She was all amped up. There's no way I was leaving without a confrontation. I can go to the exact timestamp if you'd like. I can go to the exact timestamp where she says she raced across town to confront me and I was not leaving without a confrontation. If I said that about a woman, I'd probably be in jail.
serious he is. Yes, definitely. He said that. Yeah, so at this point, what I'm yelling is, Jose Maria Castro, that's my brother. He's off his bed. He's excused from his group home. And I was so amped up, I even, like, they're not talking about it, they're shaking my belief. Like, I was full disclosure. I actually was driving there with, like, white knuckle, I believe everybody's going at 500 speed limit. I was like, I'm going to lose these people. Like, I'm literally on this court going, all right, 10 minutes. Like, no, they're still there. All right, 5 minutes. No, they're still there. I was convinced because he's so squirrely. He's so arrogant, right? That, like, you know, he's going to cause all these problems and talk to other people who want to talk to him and then take off because he checked. I mean, but then the luckily that didn't happen. I was like, so amped up in this way. It's like how to the scum of our society. Did you just follow me? I actually told this person that I want nothing to do with her, and she just stopped me down. I just want to make sure that everybody sees who this person is. I have it on camera. I'm sure it cease and desist. You want that? Did you lose your child? No. You didn't lose your kids? Did you lose your kids? You didn't. Do you do methamphetamine? No. Are you a recovering drug addict? I heard you are. Are you an alcoholic? Why are you shaking? Why are you shaking? This is the game. This is Kate. Oh, she's thinking so good here. I didn't know it's not love it.
I know that he's doing all that.
You're obviously shaking. No, I wasn't here. It wasn't, but the two emails weren't making that up. I know you can't see it in the video, but I just like to be as fair as possible. So, yeah, I definitely was like, I mean, it was just like, my life is pretty boring these days. I don't often race a couple pounds of weight to be fucking cokehead and Sally Jeffrey, glasses. It's just not something I do that often. And I definitely don't usually film like out. It's just not something I do like straight from home in the studio. So I'm pretty amped up. Obviously I'm not scared. I wasn't shaking like a leaf, like, oh my god, I'm so scared. But I'm glad to be here. Because there are other lies they tell from reports that they're reporting. That is not fun.
Kate is not a big deal. It's not, we were talking to Kate before that, and she was worried about getting in time, which is probably launched from job a little bit. And that's totally natural. It's not, and that's all I have. Because we just say, look, it's going to happen. Just take your time. It's going to happen. But she was worried about, then getting, swimming off the hook and all that crap. So, we would take my time.
Without some sort of
then she was worried about getting in time, and which probably launched from job a little bit, and that's totally natural. It's not, and that's all we have, you know, because we say, look, you know, it's gonna happen. Just take your time. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. And she was worried about, you know, then getting, you know, swimming off the hook and all that crap. So we would take like
What's that? It's about me, so she makes money.
Yes.
That's
and
what she's
again,
doing.
Some of the speech is covered potentially by the First Amendment.
Right, but racing across town, ma'am, put it in the other way around. A male doing that to a female. We're getting
It doesn't have anything to do with the sexes of the people.
and then she ran into me to the point where I literally have to push her away.
Yes.
And that's the only thing they show is when I say, stay away from me, after she's ran into me 5-6 times. I almost fell over.
Do you have any video of that event?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Okay, why don't you find that? Why don't you find the incident where you say she exited you several times? I'm going to look at it, please.
If I did this to a woman, we wouldn't even be talking anymore. I'd be in custody. This is incredible. Is there Wi-Fi in here? No. I'll use my own phone. There you go. Just incredible. Just incredible. Just absolutely incredible. If I turned to a woman and she said, you followed me here, and she said, and I said, yeah, I followed you here, it wouldn't even be a question. I'd be gone. 2 seconds flat. There it is, right there. There it is right there. Right there, she slams into me from behind, but I'm not ready for it.
Stay away from me. Get away from me. Get away from me. Don't bump into me.
into me. Stay away from me.
I didn't go to her location. Right there, hit the space bar and let it play. But I'm not shocked. I said it's not shocking. I mean, I have a 14th Amendment right for equal protection under the law. If I did this to a woman, I would.
The sexes of the individuals involved has nothing to do with this discussion. I appreciate if you just stop saying that.
All right.
There's a legal standard I have to find with that. You have raised an issue that has come in with regard to whether speech, the people who are both have YouTube channels and are talking about different issues of public debate, if this involves protected speech or not. I'm listening to just listen to me. I'm listening to a very long video that I said I would watch because I'm trying to determine if this falls within the prohibited conduct or outside of it. I'm taking my time to address something you've asked me to look at. So I appreciate if you be patient while I look at the law I'm required to do so I can make a reasonable judgment about the request you have made.
Right. The way you frame that, though, is two people have a YouTube channel, not someone who stalked them from 2 cities over, who got information from third parties to where I was and that I was still there. Hit the space bar, ma'am.
This is the video that you...
That video shows that she slams into me. I turn around and scream at her.
There we go.
Right, you can't see it because my phone gets jarred out of my hand.
Well, your hand was covering the phone. That's all I could see was your hand.
Why is my phone jarred out of my hand? The woman's right on my heel. She slams into me. Oops, I didn't mean to slam into you. She's had people arrested. This is what she does.
Sir, please. I'm trying to watch it. You tell me it's going to show something. All I can see is skin of something covering the camera.
No causation, though.
I don't know. I couldn't see it.
Why would I turn around and say, stop bumping into me unless she knocks me?
Go back and find.
You can hit the arrow button.
Find whatever it is. Done.
You hit pause and then you use the arrow back button. Hit the space bars, pause, and hit the arrow back
We're
button.
going to hand it back to you so you can find
I'll do it for you. There's several times she bumps into me. I'm not going to do anything illegal. Just a room.
Exactly, and we ask you to stand over there, and we'll bring our stuff back and forth as requested.
Sure thing, dude. And you wonder why. I followed a chick around saying, I'm with her. She's my deranged sister. Incredible. That's not protected speech. That's defamation. I'm not mentally incapacitated.
Sir, please hit that.
Here's where I go to the police and ask them to get them to.
You just find the parts where you say that.
Ma'am, I don't have any parts because every time she slams into me from behind, I'm filming myself. You can't see it. I go to the police 3 times. Please protect me. She's trying to get an assault charge against me. I didn't go to her location. You're not going to see what you're looking for.
I can't hear you because I'm watching this.
Right, it's preposterous. I filed 3 civil rights lawsuits last month. And there's going to be a 4th coming up. It's gone way past speech, way past. This is physical interaction. I don't curse, ma'am, on any of my videos. Obviously, I'm incensed. She's making money off of harassing me, and it's gone physical, where she's slamming into me to try to get an assault charge or a battery charge against me. You can watch the video, the whole video. It's the same thing over and over and over. Me trying to get the cops to get her to stop. This isn't a speech issue. This is an actual physical assault issue. It's unbelievable to question. If this was me, if a man did this to a woman.
I can't hear you and listen to this.
It's the same thing over and over, ma'am. Either you understand that I'm being stalked or you don't. Do you want to take a look at her YouTube channel? Don't trust cops. So far, they're proving why. Don't trust cops. I agree. There's nothing more, ma'am. That's it.
Yeah, see, that's the whole thing. See, the idea that you don't get equal protection under the law if you use your free speech or you use free press.
I could only imagine if I said I raced across town, I was all amped up to have a confrontation with her, I would be in jail. They would arrest me for that. You're just proving it. We're just proving it right here in this courtroom. Perfect. Perfect. A Back the Blue rally takes the place of a Memorial Day parade. Is that not stalking, ma'am? That's not free speech. That's stalking me. I went to the other side of the parade.
Sir, can you please let her listen?
I'm talking to the judge.
Exactly.
I don't know who you are. I'm talking to the
I'm a
judge.
court officer.
Great,
Please-
great. So you're the
Please
man.
be quiet while she's listening to the evidence.
You're gonna yell at me? I'm coming here to file a complaint. You're yelling at me. Typical, typical. Back the blue, right, buddy? Scumbag.
Excuse me, sir?
I
What was
said,
that?
I said,
Did you say something to me?
back the blue, right, buddy?
What was it? What'd you say after that?
I said scumbag. Scumbag. That's you.
Okay.
It's free speech, right? I'm not, if I stalked you at somewhere, I'd go to jail. I'd go to jail, wouldn't
Do
I?
you want her to help you or not? Because you said I'm not
Gentlemen, what's that?
Incredible, incredible.
I'm sorry.
It's just incredible. It's just, I mean, there's a,
Sir, if you just, please.
Okay.
Again, it's now become more clear to me, as I'm watching this. You indicate if she comes anywhere near you, you'll hit her. She's, the police officer at one point said, you are backing up into her.
It's hyperbole.
That's why I'm trying to listen to this, to see if there's a basis for the things that the law requires.
I'm showing.
What I'm trying to make a determination of is
Right.
whether there's
Right.
a cognizable claim that you have that should result in me issuing an emergency order, or if there's no claim at all, and I should issue no order, or if I should set this for a two-party hearing with notice to her, so that both parties can come in and be heard, and a judge can decide whether this falls into the category of prohibited speech or not. That's actually.
It's not speech, ma'am. She tracked me down.
Yes, I understand.
If I did that, it wouldn't even be a discussion.
Don't trust cops. Young men do not trust the cops. They will arrest you.
There's nothing more on there, ma'am. It's the same thing.
They're not giving equal protection now. I thought it was like ice. I thought it was ice and cake. I thought it was ice and cake. I thought that was the way for the queens, like that. I thought this was the way for the queen. Oh, you're just coming to me. Look at this guy. You know, one day pray for you, or just not wait for it. So one.
Scumbag. That's you.
Okay.
It's free speech, right? I'm not. If I stalked you at somewhere, I'd go to jail. I'd go to jail, wouldn't
Do you
I?
want her to help you or not? Because you said I'm not
Gentlemen,
Incredible, incredible.
I'm sorry.
It's just incredible. It's just, I mean, there's a,
Sir, if you just, please.
Okay.
Again, it's now become more clear to me, as I'm watching this. You indicate if she comes anywhere near you, you'll hit her. She's, the police officer at one point said, you are backing up into her.
It's hyperbole.
That's why I'm trying to listen to this, to see if there's a basis for the things that the law requires.
I'm showing.
What I'm trying to make a determination of is
Right.
whether there's
Right.
a cognizable claim that you have that should result in me issuing an emergency order, or if there's no claim at all, and I should issue no order, or if I should set this for a two-party hearing with notice to her, so that both parties can come in and be heard, and a judge can decide whether this falls into the category of prohibited speech or not. That's actually.
It's not speech, ma'am. She tracked me down.
Yes, I understand.
If I did that, it wouldn't even be a discussion.
Don't trust cops. Young men do not trust the cops. They will arrest you.
There's nothing more on there, ma'am. It's the same thing.
They're not giving equal protection now. I thought it was like ice. I thought it was ice and cake. I thought it was ice and cake. I thought that was the way for the queens, like that. I thought this was the way for the queen. Oh, you're just coming to me. Look at this guy. You know, one day pray for you, or
How does that sound? Sounds nuts, right? The idea that someone can stalk me and then I would tell them I'm gonna put her on the ground or spray her with pepper spray. It's hyperbole. It's ridiculous. I never touch her. No, I do touch her. When she bumps into me again, I hold her away from me.
Again, I can't hear the things you're saying, so we're
I'm
not
sorry.
people.
Go ahead. I'm just incensed. It's just...
So I can see, Ms. Peter appears to be, I don't know, I can't tell distance very well here, but several feet behind you. There's another person. Is that Josh Abrams? Is that the person?
Yes, that's Josh Abrams.
Is walking with you. You're making a statement about if she comes near you, what you will do. She's saying things there. She's all in the middle of a parade.
I don't ever assault a woman. I would never hit a woman.
I'm not saying, I'm just saying what you're saying to her.
Right.
At the same
I'm trying
time.
to let her know I'm serious. Stay away from me.
Okay, well, the
I'm
parade
doing
is
everything I
going on.
can to try to get her to stay away from me.
Yes.
I asked the cops if I can pepper spray her. What can I do? I don't have any pepper spray. I'm just showing how ridiculous it is that it's come to this. That's the point, is how silly it is. If she wants to make videos about me and talk about me and all that stuff, that's fine. Stalking me down through a Discord account to purposely have a confrontation with me is the clear definition of harassment according to the Massachusetts Code. I read it. Plain as day. It's literal criminal harassment. I'm surprised you're not writing up a warrant.
So what she doesn't understand is that what will happen is she'll get sued.
Yes.
But she has to understand that she's causing me mental anguish and exhaustion and frustration, and she's being a nuisance. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. What the hell are you doing? What's the matter with you, lady? Dude, that's just weird.
I almost fell over someone's leg when she, oops, her feet tangled with mine. I wish I,
Don't trust the cops. Don't trust the cops. Don't trust cops, kids. Don't trust them. Don't trust cops. Young men, alpha males, don't trust cops. Whatever you do, don't trust them.
I've walked away again. I've ran away from her again. She's going to come up to me again. It's not free speech. But at that point, I realized when she,
Some of my sprints, she'll never be able to keep up. Show what a troglodyte she actually is. So they took your cars away. See those tow trucks, kid? Those are towing your car away.
facts.
Impound your car, steal your car.
Yep. Space bar, ma'am, if you want to stop it.
And how does this encounter at the parade end? How does it end? What
I
happens?
leave.
You leave.
I leave. Yeah, I had to leave. She kept running into me while I was afraid. Finally, she ran into me last time. I pushed her away. I said, stop running into me. And I realized at
Will I
that
see
point,
that on this
she's,
if I
she's,
go to the end?
no, you can't see it because I'm holding the camera like this and holding her away from me. But at that point, I realized when she won't stop running into me, she's trying to get me a battery charge. So I just leave because I don't want to deal with a battery charge. I didn't go to that to meet her. I've never said her name out loud, never said I was coming here to serve her. I've never met the person until that parade where she walked up on me and I said, I sent you an official cease and desist letter. It's the only contact I've had with her. I never asked her to stalk me or put me on a Discord account where they could track my movements. But that's what they're doing. And then she raced across town. She said, white knuckled. Everybody was going 10 mile an hour is too slow for me. Then she gets there and she says, I'm going to have a confrontation with him. He's not getting away without one. What? If I said that about this guy, I'd go to jail. If I said that about any female, I'd go to jail.
I'm not going to issue an emergency order. What I'll do is I'll put it on for notice to her so that both parties can come here. The judge will hear you and hear from her and decide if the standard for issuance of such an order is met. I'll try to do that on a short order of notice. Are you staying in the area?
Yes.
So okay. So we'll put it on for a hearing. She lives in Attleboro.
North Attleboro. June 16th.
How about the 16th? Does that work for you, sir? June 16th.
Can I video conference in from June 16th?
No, people have to be here. Is that a problem? We'll pick another date.
Sooner date?
We have to get her started with notice to come in, so we can't do it too soon, because I got to get notice to her.
I'm studying for the California State Bar. So I have a bar group next week, 7 days straight, 10 hours a day to pass the California State Bar.
Okay, so if you want us to do it this long, we will do it.
Why can't-
Do it sooner for your purposes.
What I understand though is that Massachusetts adopted many video rules because of
But
COVID.
for restraining orders and harassment orders, it works best if we do it here in the building, and the current rules for the Massachusetts courts are that the presumption is that restraining and harassment orders are in person. This is a particular one where I need to see both.
I'm an official,
June 23rd, Judge.
I'm-
That's the following June 23rd.
I'm an official California resident, ma'am. Officially, I live in California, and that's where.
You're going to be here for a while. So I'm
But
trying
no,
to-
I'm not going to be here for that long. I'm here for a few more days, and then I have a study
So I
group.
have to give her notice in North Attleboro to
Okay.
appear for a hearing. So it's now Friday afternoon.
Does that include social media, so she can't harass me through social media? Because what she does,
No order that's going to be in place until we have a hearing. That's what I'm saying. I'm going to put it on for a two-party hearing. I will put it on next week. If there's a day that next week we can do, and we'll get notice to it.
I could do the 6th, 7th, or 8th.
What happens, Judge, the only time, to give our staff, because we're our staff here, we do maybe the 10th, that's the Friday, and that's it.
All right, so the earliest we can probably do is the 10th, because we've got, it's Friday afternoon, so this notice won't go out.
I can do it the 10th. I'll stay in town.
Okay,
I'll,
we'll put it on for the 10th. We'll have a two-party hearing on the 10th. Both parties will get notice.
is there any way I can video up here? I don't understand why I
No,
can't.
you have to be here in person.
So this not only
matter, you
continue-
have to be here in person.
This not only
Sometimes we
continue,
do video, but this I can't do on video.
this
Because-
not only continue June 10th, 2022.
Oh, I wasn't done. But how come, ma'am? It's just so rude. Why can't, I don't know why we can't do a video conference. I didn't get to tell me the reason why.
Thank you. I'll let you know. And the
Oops, I bumped into you. Oops, oops. How many oops would I get before you arrested me? How many oops? I'm just asking, how many oops would I get? How many oops before you arrest me? How many? You have the authority to arrest me. How many oops would I get? 3, 4? Would I get 3 oops or would I get 2 oops? How many oops would it be before you put me in handcuffs? How many oops would it be? How many oops would I get? How many oops would I get? How many oops? How many oops would there be? How many oops? How many oops?
Oops.